So, hello guys! Ito yung aking vacuum. Ito yung wet and dry na sinasabi ko kanina. I'm gonna demo it to you kasi you guys are not gonna believe it until you see it. But here's an egg. Ito pong itlog. At babasagin ko siya sa floor ko. Yes po! So, let's try this. I'm going to break this egg on the floor. Ay. Welcome to the vlog! Happy New Year! And I know that you are a bit surprised dahil, wow! Nakabihis siya! Alam niyo naman dito sa vlog ko, kung mainstay na po kayo sa mga nanonood ng vlog ko, I'm always just in activewear and that's basically the summary of my 2021. So for a change, eto, nagdamit ako to match the mood of my surroundings. By the way, this is my newly renovated home, which I think some of you are waiting for. But in the meantime, I'm going to talk about something else. There are a lot of new things in my life, especially this home, and I've been enjoying it over the holidays. I'm just really grateful na nakabalik kami bago magpasko and that the kids got to enjoy all of the corners in this house. But there's still so much to fix. I mean, like, we're still settling in. We're trying to organize. So, abangan nyo kasi maybe in about a few weeks more, konti na lang, matatapos na siya and I can already share with you and give you a house tour. Would you guys like that? Would you like to see kung ano yung nabago sa bahay ko? Please comment in the comment section below if you do like to see that and if you are waiting for that para naman medyo ma-excite din ako pagka nag-house tour ako. But before we completely move on to all things new, I kind of want to share some of the items. Medyo bubudulin ko kayo, pero if you know me, I'm not mabudol for the sake of budol. Bubudulin ko kayo today with things that I really found to be very, very useful and helpful for me in the past year. So, 2021, what were like on the top of my list na mga bagay na kailangan ninyong hindi naman kailangan, pero parang marirecommend ko sa inyo. So, up to you if you guys wanna buy it or not. I'll just run down a couple of things that have really truly helped me in 2021. A survey of everything that has helped me in every part of my life. So, let's start with beauty. Kailangan na natin ng tulong. Umiidad na tayo. Well, last year, yung taon na na-appreciate ko talaga ang skincare. And the following products have been very good for me. You know, Laneige. I don't know how you say that. Laneige or Laneige? Pasosyal. The Water Sleeping Mask collection has been especially effective for me. I'm very hesitant about like endorsing just one or two or three products out there and tell you na, wow, this is going to change your skin and all that kasi magkakaiba tayo ng skin types. It works for me. As well as the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. Yan, okay din siya para sa akin. And then I also discovered Happy Skin's Hyaluronic plus B3 Boost Capsule Serum. That's, I think, the most affordable of all. Estee and Laneige, I think, would be on the medyo mas mahal na kumbaga, mas mahal. Bakit ko sila gusto? Basta marami na akong na-try na feeling ko, bumabagsak lang din naman ako sa pinakasimple. And I feel like, when you do your skincare, it also has to match your personality. May mga skincare kasi na bawal kang magpa-araw. Or parang i-minimize mo yung sun exposure mo. Eh, hindi po talaga ako ganong klaseng tao. Parang I have to admit to myself that my skincare has to be sustainable in relation to my personality. Na hindi po ako yung tao na magsi-7 steps sa gabi. Siguro from time to time, pero hindi ko talaga po siya kayang i-sustain all year round. Because I'm such an active person, I have active voice, and we like to be in the sun out a lot. I need to just have something that's quick to put but very effective and also at the same time very light on the skin. And I'm just really grateful that my skin is not overly problematic. So I think kaya rin naman kaya ko ng ganun lang kasimpleng skincare. Okay, lipat na tayo. since tapos na yung beauty ko, ganun lang kaiksi, meron ako namang mga ilang bagay na I would recommend highly or recommend para sa inyong household. So, one is Bagsy. Bagsy is something that I've discovered last year also. It was actually given to me by my friend Jack. And Bagsy is like just like any other eco bag out there, but the thing that I like about it is their cute design. Sobrang cute na mga design nila. Tapos up to 20 kilos yung kaya nung bag na yon. At nasibukan ko na talaga kasi pag nag-grocery ako sa labas or namamalengke, nilalagay ko talaga dun yung mabibigat na prutas at hindi siya napipigtas. Tapos pag finold mo rin kasi, ang dali lang niyang ipasok sa bag mo. No-brainer. Ginanyan-ganyan ko lang. Pinasok ko dun sa, sa supot niya. Tas okay na. So, Bagsy for the win. Next, ceiling fans. So, meron akong murang ceiling fan dati na nakukuha mo lang sa kahit na anong mall, ganyan. Na pinalitan ko due to the budol of my sister Paula. Actually, isa yan. Budolera rin yung kapatid ko. So, binudol niya ako sa ceiling fans na to. So, what's different about this is that, one, compared to like the lower end, cheap, affordable ceiling fans that you could just get anywhere, these are really, really efficient. Yung air circulation niya talaga, sobrang galing. Pangalawa, ang tahimik niya. Super quiet, right? Okay, so let's turn that off. And I'll make you compare the sound of it with an ordinary fan. Although I love this fan also, ha. Okay. Diba? So there are different kinds out there in the market. So there's like Big Ass, Phil Geo Green, then there's also Haze. So it's up to you na lang to make your comparisons kasi magkakaiba ng rates yan. And then watch out for sales because I got mine on sale. I think they went half off. And so, sabi ko, I'll take advantage of this sale. And I got 2 for my second floor and then 1 for my third floor. Well, this is not really for the house, but it turns out to be something that I use also a lot. It's my Keen's wagon. This is actually a wagon stroller. So, para siya kay Manu. The Parenting Emporium gave me one to try. And I'm so sold. Because I feel like kung bibili ka na lang din ng stroller, ito na lang kasi makakahiga flat yung anak mo kung gusto mong patulugin. And at the same time, pag malaki na siya, pwede pa rin siya. It actually can hold both of my kids. And my firstborn is already turning 8. So, kaya niya pareho yung weight na yon. Tapos, pagka malaki na sila, na-outgrow na nila to, pwede mo rin siyang wagon para sa bahay na panghila at pangdala ng kung ano-ano grocery o di kaya mga gardening stuff ninyo. So parang feeling ko, worth it pa rin siya in the long run. Alright, move on tayo sa vacuum. This one is also given to me to try. It's like a wet and dry vacuum. It's actually like a mop vacuum. It's called the Tinco Floor S3. And there are a couple of brands, different brands out there in the market who do this. Nagulat nga ako kasi I've never heard of it before and until they gave me one to try. So for full disclosure, I didn't buy this, but it was given to me. However, they didn't pay me to say anything about it. It was just for me to try. And I was free to post about it if I wanted to or not. So when they gave it to me, I used it and I looked up a couple of videos about it, kung paano ba siya ginagamit, ano ba talagang nagagawa niya. And guys, oh my gosh, life changer talaga siya sa akin. For you to have a full understanding of why I love this vacuum, I'd have to show you a demo. So hello guys, ito yung aking vacuum. Ito yung wet and dry na sinasabi ko kanina. So, this is the mop underneath. And these are like, so this is where you put the solution that it comes with. And this is where it all goes, like everything that you vacuum from the floor. So, let's try this. I'm going to break this egg on the floor. Ay, may napunta pa dun. So, this is the vacuum. And I'm ready to put this Services. Narinig niyo yun? Now, let's go back to the itlog. Ito na yung itlog. Let's make it closer so you guys can see it talaga. At ito na ang mahiwagang vacuum. Alright, that is where the itlog is. Amazing! Alam niyo naman, 2020 to 2021 ay ang panahon na ang food delivery ay bonggang-bongga dito sa Pilipinas. And so I have a couple of food deliveries that I go back to. The first one is Jonah's Pastry Shop. So I received this actually from the one who's editing this video. Mami yung gumagawa. And when I tried it, wow, parang first time kong nakatikim ng ube pandesal na ganun kalambot. Siguro kaya ko lang siya talaga marirecommend kasi ang dami ko na talagang na-try na ube pandesal. Pero yung sa kanila talaga, yung pinakagusto ko yung lambot. Plus, they also have the Supreme Ube Cheese Pandesal, which is like ensaymada na ube pandesal. O diba? Ang sarap. Second on my list would be Golden Catch. The Golden Catch. So, kung mahilig po kayo sa hilaw, yung mga hindi hilaw na mangga. Sashimi, yan. I've ordered from them many times in 2021 and not once did they fail. Seriously. And this is not a sponsored post. They would give me free stuff from time to time. But really, when I crave it, and they're not giving me free stuff, I do buy it because it's super, super good. Like, I don't know what they do to it. For some reason, sobrang fresh. Number 2, yung quality na di ko alam bakit parang halos may gatas na yung salmon nila. Ganyan. Bakit nilalagyan nyo ng gatas? Hindi kaya. Pero yun, sobrang sarap niya. And it is air flown straight from, I don't think they freeze it at all. Maybe that is why it's fresh. But all I know is that I highly recommend it. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. I also would recommend cacao pancakes from Sift Lifestyle. Why do I recommend this? Kasi aminin naman natin, basta healthy yung pagkain, hindi ganun kasarap. Pero ito, wow, pasok. Ang sarap. It's their cacao pancake, so they sell it in like yung powder form. So it's their own mix. It's their own pancake mix. I actually didn't buy it. I was buying from them their gluten-free bread. And they sent me a pack of the cacao pancakes to try. And I'm so glad that they did because it's really so good. It's highly recommended. Okay, sige, move on tayo sa drinks. Well, last year was the year when I discovered sparkling water. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think it was my vlog about yung usual grocery run namin and kung paano ako nabuko ng anak ko na bumibili pala ako ng mga carbonated flavored drinks, ganyan. Syempre, sama nun sa health, di ba? Aminin naman na natin na parang if you drink soft drinks, ng regular, syempre hindi okay yun. Kaya nga paminsan-minsan lang. And then somebody commented na parang, why don't you try sparkling water? And that's what I did. Tapos nung sinulat niya yon, yung comment na yon, sabi ko, alam mo, oo nga, no? Parang ngayon ko lang napagtugma na ang gusto ko sa soft drinks ay yung pagka-carbonated niya. Yung fizz, ganyan. Na yung may kick na gano'n, hindi lang iba sa plain water. And so, or plain drink. And so, I tried one, and wow, it was life-changing. Kasi hindi na talaga ako bumibili ng soft drinks. Because it met exactly what I was looking for in a soft drink, which was not really the sugar, it was not the flavoring, it was the fizz. Meron din akong isa pang favorite drink, which is, you guys know this, like I'm a coffee lover, and I have discovered amazing beans in the past year. So in 2021, na-discover ko po ang The Good Cup Coffee. So The Good Cup Coffee Co. This is a company from Cebu. They are the home of the Philippines Brewers Cup champions. O, di ba? O, actually, mga champions sila dyan. mga Cebuano. And so, I started ordering from them, recently lang. Parang mga September ko lang ba sila na-discover because somebody recommended it to me. And wow, no fail. Like, every time I would order from them, sobrang sarap talaga ng quality ng kape nila. Ano ba ang mga iba pang nire-recommend ko para sa bahay? One is yung services, yung outsourced services. I grew up in a household na maraming help. Pero, for some reason, nung nagkakaroon ako ng sarili kong pamilya, hindi na ako parang hindi ko gusto yung marami. Not because I don't want to employ or I don't want them, but because I like to do things on my own. That has been my observation also. That the more staff that you have at home, the less that you actually know about keeping your household kasi sila yung gumagawa. So, parang hindi ka rin natututo. So, gusto ko sana na yung mga anak ko, pag lumalaki sila, natututo sila na kapag madumi na yung paligid, sorry ka, kailangan mo nang linisin. Wala na kasing ibang maglilinis niyan. So, ngedge ganyan. Half nagagawa ko, syempre half hindi kasi I'm a working mom. So, I really need help. But, the thing that allows me to have only one help in the house and not to staff a lot of people is that we have outsourced services. So that is one thing that I would recommend to all of you if you have the budget for it. Like every once in a while, maybe 4 times a year or maybe more, depends on your budget kasi medyo pricey din siya. Magpa-general cleaning kayo ng bahay nyo. So for that, I've got a couple of names. I've got Ninja Maid, I have the Nanny PH, and also BB Cleaning Company. So the Busy Bees. Yan yung mga usual na pumupunta dito sa bahay ko para maglinis. So one thing is to clean. Another is to organize. The next step of my renovation now is yung pag natapos na yung di ba, yung construction and all that, organizing na and furnishing. Here's the thing. Minsan pag sobrang dami ng kalat mo or sobrang dami ng gamit mo, nakaka-overwhelm siyang i-organize all on your own. And so, the Neat Obsessions has helped me a lot in 2021 organizing my kitchen, organizing my homeschool area since 2018 actually. I think was when we met. The reason why I recommend this, kahit na sabihin mo medyo pricey siya talaga, yung consultation services and even the real services of them coming into your home and putting things in order is because when you do have the budget, it's worth it. Dahil ang sakit sa ulo isipin mag-isa lahat ng bagay na kailangan mo i-organize. Feeling ko, pag may mga large kayong piles of whatever to organize or like super maraming items na feeling mo na-overwhelm ka na, this is when Neat Obsessions can really come in and help you. I think one area that I would highly recommend for you to get them or get their services for is your kitchen area. Bakit? Kasi meron pong logic yung flow ninyo sa kusina. And if you're someone who's not maganon, yung di nyo naiisip yung mga ganong bagay, ang galing ni Neat Obsessions dyan. What are gadgets, personal gadgets that have helped me in the last year? One is my DJI Osmo Mobile 4. I think mine was 4. What is that? It's a gimbal. If you guys are not familiar about like what a gimbal is, yun yung parang nagpapasteady ng camera ninyo. But this one is made for the phone. Kaya siya Osmo Mobile. I got mine from Urban Gadgets, so they made me try it. And I was actually buying a different gadget from them. I bought that. And then they said, would you like to try this? And so, it can be life-changing, especially if you are highly dependent on your phone for media. Bakit? Ang ganda niya lang talaga. Yung effect na, parang movie. May nagtutrack sa yung ganyan. Parang suwabe, walang nag-shake. And another gadget that I'm so very happy that I got for 2021 is this. Ayan na siya. My Apple Watch. Ayan siya, guys. Bakit? Okay. So, kinuha ko to kasi ang tagal ko na kasing naghahanap ng watch na pwede ko lang isuot na hindi ako. Kasi I have nice watches. But, hindi ko talaga siya magamit pag nandyan yung mga anak ko kasi nagagasgas siya, ganon. I'm just looking for something that fits my life more as an active mommy. Syempre, Apple is like one of those watches na magugustuhan mo talaga pag nag-research ka. So, kinuha ko naman siya. And, it does a lot of things for me. But let me just qualify that this is not a must-have. It's nice to have, but really it's okay even if you don't have it. But for somebody like me who's like a content creator, isa sa mga bagay na nagawa niya sa akin na hindi ko alam when I bought it is that you can actually hook this up with your iPhone. So this is my iPhone, and so when I turn that on my Apple Watch, it actually reflects whatever is on the iPhone. So yan. Hi guys. I'm vlogging from my watch. Addict. Ang galing na nung na-discover ko to, sobra siyang game changer for me as a content creator because now I could just, program it from my phone. It's kind of like a controller. My two top apps for 2021 were, well, one is Notion. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of Notion, but there are a lot of users already. It's a productivity app. Basically, you can do parang tables, pages, notes on Notion. Excel sheets, ganyan. I just so love it. I use it for everything. I use it for my to-do list. I use it for my journaling. I use it for my grading sheets when it comes to Philip's homeschooling. So, ang dami ko ng uses for it, and it's free. You don't even have to buy it. Then, I also use it to talk to my team when it comes to like editing stuff or content creation. When I give them notes and checklists, nandun siya lahat. It's amazing, and their customer service is excellent. There was one time wherein I erased something na hindi ko supposed to be dapat na erase. Tapos hindi ko na siya mahanap dun sa trash and all that. Their response rate is amazing because when I asked for help, I think by the next day, na-restore na nila yung mga nawala ko. Another app that I discovered in 2021 and that I think you guys will like also, especially if you are into reading the Bible. Originally, the Bible was not read. It was actually heard. It was read out by someone to a community, and the community listens to the scriptures. And so, I think that was the main premise of this app. It's called Dwell. Ganun lang siya. Papakinggan nyo yung Bible. So, I tried it last year. I'm not an auditory learner. I've said it a couple of times on this vlog. Mas reading ako, visual, ganyan. But last year, siguro dala na rin ng pandemic, yung technology and all that. Natuto ako makinig ng mga podcasts. And at the same time, mga ganitong apps nga na mapapakinggan mo yung story. So I'll make you hear this. So ito.
If you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet.
O, diba? Tapos pwede kang mamili kung gusto mo na may background ba siya o walang background. In this case, guitar siya. Tapos yung iba pwedeng piano, soft music. So may iba-iba siyang options. You've got different versions of the Bible. KJV, NIV, ESV. Tapos may iba-ibang voices. Merong woman's voice, merong guy's voice, ganyan. So depende kung meron pang kids, ganyan. You can also read along with it.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep.
So, amazing app. It's just paid. So, if you're looking to invest something for your spiritual life, this year, I think Dwell would be a good investment. Speaking of podcasts and things that you can listen to, the Bible Project is something that I would highly, highly recommend if you are someone who wants to go deeper into the Word of God, into theology. If maganon po kayo, the Bible Project is amazing. Last two, and we are done. The second to the last would be The Kingmaker. It's actually a documentary, and I believe that it's being given for free online. So I'll try to put a link in the description box kung mahanap ko yon. But if you can, please watch it. Actually, if you can buy it, if there's a place where you can buy it, please do buy it also because malapit na po ang eleksyon. And I think this is going to inform us a lot about the way we're going to vote in the upcoming elections. I think it's also an amazing documentary. The way that the story was told, the shots, everything, excellent. The filmmaker was amazing in the way that she put this together. And the filmmaker is a woman. Yeah, all you women, you independent, throw your hands up. Hindi ko na alam yung next part. Last na talaga. Okay, ito na ang aking ending recommendation. The Body Keeps the Score by, I have to read his name kasi I never get his name right pagka hindi ko binabasa, by Bessel van der Kolk, MD. This is a book that was introduced to me by one of my friends, especially after sharing my mental health battles on the podcast and the vlog. This book has helped me a lot in my healing process. It has made me aware of my trauma responses. The funny thing is, it's not even like a how-to or like a self-healing book, ganyan. It just really basically outlines for you the way that traumatized people live their lives. I think that just by reading it, it has made me realize how traumatized I was and how abused I was in the past few years. As you read it, ma-identify mo na, ito pala yung nangyayari sa akin. And you know, identification has a very big role in your healing process because unless you identify and you know what's wrong with you, then you can't really address it, right? I'm not saying it's automatic that when you identify, you will heal from it. But it is an important process if you want to heal from something. And so, I feel like by reading that book, it has helped me a lot to progress in my mental health suffering. Naging seryoso bigla. That is it, guys! Oh my gosh! I got to finish this! How many items was that? Di ko nga nabilang. But thank you guys for joining me on this vlog. In the upcoming months, let's try to see if we can do some more recommendations. If type nyo yun, ha? Kasi, recently ko lang yan na feel na gusto ko mag-recommend ng mga bagay-bagay. Usually, I don't trust myself in recommending things. But lately, since I have discovered a lot of great tools for my life that has helped me in every way as a mom, as a content creator, and as a fellow broken human being, I really would like to share things that have helped me through. Maybe that could be something na you can look forward to in 2022 because I'm here not only, one is for myself because I like to create content because I'm a very creative person, but also at the same time because I want to help. I think I said it on my Instagram account that one of my goals in life is really to make everyone feel a little less alone because you can be broken. You can be really sad and depressed, but at the same time, not be lonely. It's a new realization that I have actually na pwede palang maging malungkot, maging mahirap ang buhay, pero iba yun sa pag-iisa. Let me be your company for 2022. Whatever it is that you are going through, I hope that my vlogs will make you feel a little less alone, 1 week at a time. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and I will see you again next week. Bye guys! Happy New Year!